Hi YouTube, Sticky Plasters here, and today is the 5th of April 2011. I am about halfway through week 7 post-op lap band. For those of you that don't know me, I had lap band surgery here in the UK on the 11th of February, so I've just started week 7 on Saturday. My start weight was 251 and I'm at 235 now, so no massively quick weight loss. It's coming off at pound, half, 2 pounds, something like that each week, and that's partly because that's just the way that it's going to go, and partly because I've been kind of settling into the whole idea and the whole routine of it all. And actually I was thinking this morning, and I was saying last night to my partner, that I kind of feel a bit like at nearly 2 months out I've spent the time that I needed to trying to get my head around it, playing it, finding out what it will let me get away with, and certainly now I feel quite focused. I hope it lasts. Anyway, so it's April, it's the beginning of April, and I set out to do a few things, or I have set out to do a few things in April. For those of you that have watched my previous videos, I've mentioned that I believe that I may have a sugar addiction. I think from the books that I've read, it's a real thing, and I think that if I don't have a sugar addiction, then it's certainly a problem food for me. And it's been one of the things that have really been holding me back over the past sort of few weeks, is that although I've been doing quite well with my meals, the snacking on sweet stuff, it's really slowing me down and holding me back. And let me tell you that my band, certainly at the moment at 5.5 meals in this band, it will take chocolate and cake and biscuits like that, easy peasy. So yes, they're quite tricky for me. So actually, before I go on to the things I've done, I wanted to show you something that my best friend has bought me, having watched my last video, my park ramblings about having a really bad chocolate binge, after a lovely weekend with her. And I think that that actually has something to do with the time of year for me and Mother's Day and all of that stuff. But she sent me these, hilarious, I hope you can see this, I hope I've got it on camera properly. I don't know if you can read that. It's Whif. Whif. Okay, so if none of you have ever seen them, I've never even heard of it, and then I googled it and they are epic. 3 of these little brown tubes. Here you go. And now I'm not going to demonstrate this for you because I'm an asthmatic and you inhale these. So when I inhale it like I inhale my asthma inhaler. And I nearly choked to death because it will get stuck in the back of my throat. But you undo them and then you inhale this end here, and it gives you a powdery shot of chocolate that coats the inside of your mouth. It kind of tastes like the chocolate sprinkles on the top of a cappuccino, or even just like cocoa powder or something. It's like 1 calorie a shot, and this has actually been scientifically designed to try and help people that suffer from sugar cravings, because most of us are aware of the fact that actually it's only that first bite that is the real flavour fix, and after that we're still chasing that first bite and it becomes not about the flavour anymore. So these little babies, Whif, Google them, do that, and you know, not bad at all. I can see this becoming part of my life. Just the most, I think it's like $3.99 or something. Just the most thoughtful, funny, lovely little gift. from my girl, Marie. So thank you. I love you. This is why you're my girl. My best girl. So they're fantastic. Oh, and they do all kinds of different ones as well. You can get chocolate ones and mint chocolate, and I think raspberry chocolate, and coffee ones and stuff. Have a look. Anyway, so I decided to do a few things in April. I realised that I was, you know, batting around all of the sugar stuff. So I am not a person of faith, so I do not get involved in Lent. I'm not entirely sure when it is. However, in a Lent-like fashion, I have decided that for all of April, I'm completely ruling out all cack, as I call it. Chocolate, cake, biscuits, puddings, all of that. Crisps and stuff, not a problem for me. I'm a sweet girl, I'm not really a salty girl. Crisps and stuff don't really bother me. I don't mind them, but... So I'm going to completely stop that for the month of April to see what effect it has, to see how it's, you know, how it affects my weight loss, to see how it affects my mood, to see if I can get a better hold on it rather than it having a hold on me. Just as a bit of an experiment, really. So far, I'm not going to say I've enjoyed it, that's not true. I found it almost easier to say, you just can't have it. No, you've said you're not going to have it, so you can't have it. I found that easier than that, oh, shall I? Oh, I shouldn't do. Oh, but oh, maybe just a little one. And because this is my decision rather than something enforced upon me by someone else, I haven't had that real sort of issue of you mustn't eat it being told by someone else that I don't respond well to. So anyway, that's just something I'm doing. The other thing I'm doing, oh, I'm such a nutter. I'm going to show you this and you're all going to think I'm such a loser. I've made this. I don't know if you can see it properly or whether you can read it. So at the top here it says, Vicky, have you done these things today? Because actually as I sat there, coming towards the end of March, having my chocolate wobbly, I thought, you know what, how many of the rules are you even following? And I kind of went through them in my head and it was like, am I drinking at least X amount a day? Not really, no. Am I using the 30-20-30 rule with fluid around food? No. Am I always eating protein first? No. And he just went on and I thought, you're not even doing it. This is not going to work. Stop it. So, part of me loving me is I've made this list. Now this appeals to me because I love lists. I'm a little bit OCD. I love a list. And look, as you see, I get to tick it. I love it. I genuinely like it at the end of the day. Last night I sat there and went, oh, I haven't had my supplements. I need to take them or I won't be able to tick the box. So as ridiculous as that sounds, I think whatever works for you. So my rules on here are eat protein first, take your supplements, drink at least 1 litre of water. This is in addition to the coffee and teas and everything else I drink. No liquid within 30 minutes of food. Eat 3 small meals a day. Chew thoroughly. Stop eating when you're full. And do at least 30 minutes of exercise a day. So far, tick, 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 tick. The only one that I'm struggling with at the moment is to eat 3 small meals a day. I'm trying to make really good choices with my snacking, but I am snacking because I just don't have the level of restriction, so I get genuinely hungry for more food. So I'm trying to have some yogurt or some fruit or something, natural sugar, or some cheese or a little bit of ham or something like that. So I'm not just having those 3 small meals a day, so I can't really tick that. So that's kind of where I am in terms of April. I'm feeling good about it. I feel like I've kind of taken some control back, and that makes me feel good. I feel like I'm back on track after sort of a 10-day, 2-week wonkiness, really. I'm trying to think what else I wanted to tell you. Just yesterday I had a day off yesterday. Toil, I don't know if that's in the United States. So time you're owed, time off in lieu it's called. So time you've done over but you get back in time rather than money. And I was wandering around looking for lunch at lunchtime and thought, how hard can it be? Oh my goodness. I don't know if anyone else finds this, but it's impossible to find lunch that's not wrapped in bread. Nightmare. I don't want my lunch wrapped in bread. I can eat bread at the moment. It isn't a problem with my feel. But this is another food that I want to avoid, really. You know, white flour, not really a great deal of nutrients. We all know, carby, want to avoid it. It's not protein first. 5 different places I went to before I finally found somewhere that would just give me a salad rather than a panini or a bagel or a sandwich or a wrap or some pasta. I just couldn't get it anywhere. So I was really grateful for that salad in the end. But that really made me think how ingrained this whole bread and white flour thing is in our world. It's so hard to actually go out and find something without it in all the coffee shops and lunch places in the world. It's really difficult. So I was pleased when I did find it, and then I nearly cheated myself just a few days into my April chocolate embargo. And it was such a... Do you know when your brain just goes on holiday? I was starving by this point because I'd been to 4 other places, and I was looking for something I could have immediately. And they had some nuts and raisins at the counter. And I thought, I'll grab those, great. And I'll have a handful of them before my meal comes. And do you know what? 2 mouthfuls in, I clocked the fact that they're covered in chocolate. They were nuts and raisins in chocolate. And I hadn't even thought about it. I didn't even think about it, what I was putting in my mind. All I'd clocked was the fact that I was avoiding the scary cake counter over there, and that this nuts and raisins was a better choice, but they were chocolate coated. So do you know what I did? I stopped eating them and I left the packet there. Which is crazy, I can't believe I did that. But I kind of feel a bit like if I break this once, I'm going to break it. As long as I keep it up, the bubble won't be burst and I'll be okay. So yeah, that's where I am. I think that's everything I wanted to tell you. My crazy list, little whiff, brilliant. Yeah, I think that's it. I hope you're all having a lovely week. Thank you for all of your brilliant comments. Well done, Exit Melanie, on hitting Wonderland. Welcome back, New Life Tina, after a well-deserved break, and I hope life is a bit calmer for you now, and lots of love to all of you. Take care. Bye.